YouTube just gave small creators a deadline. Starting February 2027, the watch time requirement for monetization is doubling from 4,000 hours to 8,000 hours, which means I have less than 6 months to do something that I've been putting off for way too long: get monetized on YouTube. And no, my strategy isn't just post more videos, because I don't really like strategies that depend on me having to upload into the void just hoping that the algorithm at some point likes me. So I decided to actually reverse engineer this. How many minutes do I need people to watch? How many views does that translate to? How many long form videos do I realistically need to make? What role should shorts play? And most importantly, how do I make sure when somebody finds one of my videos, they don't just watch and leave? And once I did all the math, 4,000 hours suddenly seemed a lot less impossible. So instead of sitting here pretending to teach you how to get monetized when I'm not even monetized myself, I'm going to show you the exact strategy I personally intend on using to get there before YouTube moves the finish line. Okay, the first thing I did was stop thinking about 4,000 hours, because 4,000 hours sounds horrific, especially when you're a small YouTuber and you open YouTube Studio and it's basically like, congratulations, you've reached 74 watch hours. Thank you, only 3,926 to go. Here's what made the goal actually click for me. Nobody actually watches YouTube in watch hours. You watch one video for 4 minutes, another for 8, another for 12. So instead of thinking about hours, I converted the requirement to minutes. Now 4,000 hours times 60 would be 240,000 minutes. So I don't need 4,000 hours. I need people to collectively spend 240,000 minutes watching my qualifying long form content. I mean, it's still a massive number, but now I can actually reverse engineer it. And this is where things started getting interesting, because there isn't one answer. It completely depends on how long people decide to watch. If I happen to get 100,000 views on one video, but everybody leaves after 30 seconds, fantastic for my ego. Not really fantastic for my 4,000 hour plan. So let's say purely as a working target, my long form content eventually averaged 6 minutes watched per view. Again, that's not me predicting what my analytics are exactly going to look like. I just need a number to model the strategy. So 240,000 minutes divided by 6 minutes would equal 40,000 views. That's when I went, wait a minute, 40,000 views across my entire long form catalog is obviously not easy, but it sounds completely different from this giant abstract number of 4,000 hours. So let's say I eventually have 20 long form videos on my channel. If those videos collectively average around 2,000 views each, and the average person watches around 6 minutes, that would be 20 videos times 2,000 views times 6 minutes, which equals 240,000 minutes, equaling 4,000 hours. Now, before somebody comes for me in the comments, I know YouTube doesn't work like this. I'm not expecting every single upload to receive its government issued 2,000 views. One video could get 300, one video could get 700, the next one 9,000. One could completely flop and another one could completely take off. But that's actually the point. I don't need every video to win. I need the entire catalog to win. And this completely changed the way I'm thinking about my YouTube strategy. Because obviously, would I like one of my videos to get 100,000 views? Duh. If YouTube would like to give me 1 million while we're here, I'm very open to that. But I don't want my monetization plan to be step 1, go viral. Because that's not a strategy, that's a prayer. Instead, I need to build a library. My goal from now until the deadline is 1 strong long form video every week. And the word strong matters more to me than the word weekly. Because I genuinely don't think YouTube is going to reward me just because I showed up every Sunday. Because if I make a bad video every week for 20 weeks, that's just 20 bad videos. But every genuinely good upload gives me another attempt. Another opportunity to learn exactly what people want to see from me. That's almost how I'm thinking about each upload. Not in the sense that success is completely random, but I can't know with certainty which idea YouTube is going to connect to the right audience. Hence why I need enough good attempts / videos. Maybe video 4 does nothing. Maybe video 7 gets a really good click-through rate. Maybe video 10 has a much better retention than every video before it. Then video 13 does 10 times my normal views. Now I have information. I can ask, why did people click that? What problem was I solving? What was different about the thumbnail? How come they watched all the way through? That's where this stops being post, hope, but instead becomes post, learn, adjust, repeat. Because simply uploading 20 videos isn't actually the clever part of my strategy. The thing I really want to test is what happens when those 20 videos aren't actually 20 pieces of isolated content. I want to build them in clusters. Let's use one of my actual videos. Let's say you found me because I posted every day for 7 months. You clicked because you're trying to become a creator, but you're busy, you have a job, you have family, you have kids, you have university. You watch the video, you like it, great, now what happens? If my next recommended video is come spend my birthday with me, you might love my birthday, but that's not what brought you here. Instead, imagine the next video is how to make content when you have absolutely no motivation. And another one is how to stop overthinking everything you post. And another one is why you're still embarrassed to call yourself a creator. Suddenly, those aren't 4 random videos. They're 4 different problems experienced by the same person. And this has changed the question I'm asking when I brainstorm for YouTube videos. Instead of what should I post next, I'm asking what would somebody who watched my last video love to watch next? It's a small difference in wording, but strategically completely different. Because now I'm not just trying to get somebody onto my channel, I'm trying to get them to stay. Let's say somebody discovers me through one video, they watch 6 minutes. Great, 6 minutes towards my 240,000 minutes. But then they see another video that addresses the exact next problem they're having. They click 6 more minutes, then another, 5 more. Now they've watched video 1 for 6 minutes, video 2 for 6 minutes, video 3 for 5 minutes. That's 1 viewer equaling 17 minutes. Obviously, I can't force someone to binge watch my channel. The video still needs to be good, because if I'm boring you, you're gonna leave. But I can make sure that if you do like one video, there's an obvious next one you're probably going to want to watch. That's within my control. And because my channel is essentially about what it actually looks like trying to become a successful creator, there are already a few obvious clusters. There's consistency, posting when you're busy, creating without motivation, burnout, content planning. Then we have confidence, being embarrassed to post, filming in public, caring what people think, not feeling like a real creator yet. There's growth, posting consistently and not growing, figuring out why content flops, becoming memorable online, understanding what your audience actually wants, different videos, same creator journey, same viewer. And once I realized this, it also changed how I think about the end of a YouTube video. Because I don't want to finish every video with "thank you so much for watching, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications," and then disappear. I want the ending to naturally create the next question. So maybe you've just watched my consistency video, and at the end I say, if time isn't actually your problem, you're just overthinking everything you post, watch this next. That's a reason to click. I'm not saying please watch another video of mine because I want more watch hours. I'm saying you came here with one problem and I think I can help you with the next one too. And if I can do that across the whole catalog, that's when this starts to become a system rather than a collection of uploads. But let's talk about shorts, because long form is only one side of this plan. I already make a lot of short form content: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. But there's one really important catch. Watch hours from the shorts feed doesn't actually count towards the 4,000 hours we need to assemble. So for this strategy, my shorts have a different job. I want to be realistic here. Just because somebody decided to watch my 40-second short, that does not mean they're going to think that was fantastic, I would now like 14 uninterrupted minutes of chica. Because people consume shorts differently. If I'm already creating short form anyway, I could use it to massively increase the number of places people would discover me for the first time. So I've created another rule for the challenge. Every long form video I make should produce at least 3 short form ideas. And I specifically said ideas rather than clips, because I don't just want to randomly cut out 3 clips from a YouTube video and hope they make sense. Each one needs to stand on its own. For example, this video you're watching right now could give me short 1. You don't actually need 4,000 hours, you need 240,000 minutes. Short 2, here's roughly how many long form views you need to reach 4,000 watch hours. Short 3, why I'm not trying to go viral on YouTube. 3 separate ideas, and because I'm already posting across multiple platforms, 1 long form content leads to 3 short form ideas to IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, meaning I'm extracting significantly more distribution from the same core idea, which is important because we don't have unlimited time to create. I need content I'm already creating to work harder. And there's another advantage I have here. I'm new to YouTube long form, but I'm not new to making content. I've spent months creating short form content, which means I already have something incredibly useful: data. I can literally look backwards. What topics have consistently generated comments? What gets shared? What gets viewed? What makes people DM me? What do people ask questions about? That doesn't automatically mean the same idea will perform on YouTube. It's a different platform, different behavior, but it is a clue, meaning I don't have to invent my YouTube audience completely blind. Now, I call this my bulletproof strategy, but obviously nothing on YouTube is completely bulletproof. If I could guarantee views, I would probably not be making this video from the beginning of this experiment. But there's one reason I feel particularly confident with this system. It doesn't require a viral video. Virality would accelerate it massively, but the maths works through accumulation. Video by video, viewer by viewer, minute by minute. Because let's imagine one of these weekly uploads suddenly gets 50,000 views. And let's keep using our hypothetical 6-minute average. That would be 50,000 minutes times 6 minutes equaling 300,000 minutes equaling 5,000 hours. That means one breakout video could theoretically take me above the watch hour requirement. Again, hypothetical. I'm not sitting here manifesting exactly 50,000 views at 6 minutes watched. The important part is what happens after the breakout. Because if 50,000 people discover me, I don't want the channel behind that video to be empty. I want them to find 10, 15, 20 other videos that solve adjacent problems. So the breakout doesn't just create one successful video. It could potentially wake up the entire catalog. This is the part I think people are underestimating when starting small. Right now, maybe hardly anyone is watching, which is fine. That means I get to build the shelves before the shop gets busy. So if one video eventually does bring thousands of people in, there'll be some place for them to go. Here's another number I'm going to start paying significantly more attention to during this experiment period. Average view duration. Because remember, my goal is not views, it's minutes watched. Imagine video A gets 10,000 views. Amazing. But people watch for an average of 2 minutes. That will be 10,000 times 2, which is 20,000 minutes. And video B only gets 5,000 views, half as many views. But the people are watching for 6 minutes. That will be 5,000 times 6, which would equal 30,000 minutes. That means the smaller video generated more watch time. That's fascinating to me, because that means throughout this challenge, I can't just look at what video got the most views. I need to look at what video generated the most minutes. And this is probably the final major part about this entire strategy. I'm not making this plan today and blindly following it until February. Every month I'm going to review the evidence. I'm going to look at which videos generated the most watch time, which titles got people to click, which thumbnails worked, where did the views drop off, which topics made people watch another video, which shorts actually brought people onto my channel, what completely flopped, because the failures matter too. Then I'm going to double down, because let's say I make 4 videos about consistency and they continuously outperform all the other videos. Well, I'm not going to say, well, my September calendar says I need to talk about something completely different now. No, I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to ask myself, what else does this viewer need? So between now and the deadline, I basically have have one scoreboard. The target is 4,000 watch hours. The working model is 240,000 minutes. The output, one strong long form video per week. The distribution is at least 3 short form videos as YouTube shorts. The structure is watch hour clusters, and the review, monthly YouTube autopsy. That's the experiment. Not I'm going to post consistently and hopefully get monetized. I want every part of the system to have a job. The funniest thing about all of this is that this video is literally part of the strategy. You're currently watching one of my attempts at reaching 240,000 minutes while explaining how I'm going to reach 240,000 minutes. So if you've made it this far, thank you for your contribution. We appreciate your service. But genuinely, I think that's what makes this so exciting. I'm not making this video after I've succeeded. I don't even know if this is going to plan out the way I wanted to. Maybe I hit 4,000 hours way earlier than expected. Or maybe February comes and I'm still fighting for my life. Or maybe one video completely changes the trajectory of my channel. I don't know yet, and that's exactly why I want to document it. So here's what I'm committing to from now until the deadline. One strong long form video every week. Build around the same aspiring creator audience. Make videos in clusters rather than randomly. Turn each long form video into multiple short form video distribution opportunities. Track watch time rather than obsessing over views. Review the data every month and let what people actually watch influence what I create next. At the beginning of this video, 4,000 watch hours felt like a massive number. Now I don't really see 4,000 hours. I see 240,000 minutes, a growing library, a lot of experiments, and hopefully enough people finding one video they like, and then another, and then another, and then another. So I'm going to repeat this system every single week until one of two things happen. Either I reach 4,000 watch hours, or February reaches me first.